Hey guys, what is up? It's Quantive here and welcome to this new video. Now guys, I'm going to be talking about some PvM setups and some gear setups pretty much that I do think sort of is the best, and also just some general discussion about the topic. And I definitely do want you guys to weigh in, so make sure you do get your comments ready. Make sure you comment down below after this video is all finished up. Anyway guys, what I'll do right now is jump into my bank and let you have a quick look at the gear that I do have for my PvM and slaying and all that good stuff that is probably my favorite thing to do in the game. So what I'm going to do just to start off with is talk a little bit about some of the bosses that I do and some other things like that. So I definitely do a lot of Slayer. I do have all the level 70 sets for that as well, along with all this gear that you do see here. But the main bosses I do tend sort of thing is Virago, Nex and the God Ward bosses. Now, the things that I do want to be sort of getting into a bit more, which is going to be Araxor and Raz-6. Those are two bosses or boss types that I haven't really spent much time learning and sort of acquiring the knowledge to how to actually kill efficiently and use the equipment needed. I've only recently just acquired the Ascension crossbows and things like that. Haven't been able to actually do these bosses very well in the past, so I definitely want to be learning those in the near future. So make sure you do get your comments ready and make sure you type out which bosses you do enjoy yourself. That'd be really good to hear. Along with that, I will be talking a little bit about my sort of favorite style to use in Runescape, which I'm going to be throwing it out there right now. I do really enjoy melee, but I do think magic is one of the cooler ones. Where I do like the abilities a lot more. I like the fact that you don't have to stand in melee distance to all the bosses, and it's extremely fast, especially when slaying. So I'm going to have to put that out there. I do really love my seismics, and the fact that I am going to be keeping them from now on is absolutely awesome. Until there's a better weapon out, which I'm not sure if there is planned to be one that's over 90 currently. I have heard a little bit of rumors and stuff and a little bit of chatter about level 92 weapons or something like that, but I'm not really too sure if they're actually going to be coming ahead into the game. Anyway, other than that, like I just said, seismics is my favorite item, and definitely magic is my favorite style, so make sure you add that to your comment down below right now. This is sort of going to be one of the things that I hope you are doing throughout this video, just adding to your comment and keep sort of typing out a little bit extra every time we talk about a new topic. So what I'm going to talk about right now is some of the items that I do have and some of the things that I do need to acquire for my sort of PvM sets to be complete. So as you can see right here, I do have all my Tectonic, all my Serenic, and I do sort of need Malevolent still. That's one of the items I am missing from this set, which is something that I probably will invest in the future when I do learn to do a bit of melee Araxor. That's when I think Malevolent is very efficient to actually use, and probably when I do a little bit more slaying and stuff like that, as it is very good at Zamrock God Wars. So that's one of the things I will be acquiring sometime in the future. Other than that, I do have the set of Pernix, the set of Virtus, and the set of Torva. Now when I say set, I am missing boots and gloves from both the Pernix and Torva sets, which is something I do need to acquire. As you can see right here, I do have Virtus gloves and Virtus boots for when I am mage DPSing, as that is my main style that I do enjoy, and it is one of the things I definitely do need, especially when I am switching with my Void, which I have recently acquired. As you can see here, I do have the full set of Superior Elite, which is very nice, that I do definitely need to acquire those extra power boots for the Torva and Pernix to go along with that. Other than that, moving across to the right again, you'll see that I do have superior set of my Sea Singers, but I am missing a whole bunch of the Death Loaders and a whole bunch of the Tetsu. Definitely, once again, I definitely think Tetsu would be very helpful if I do want to start learning to melee Araxor, and I am working on getting that plate that is required for yeah, sort of getting the other two pieces of that. I do have a whole bunch of, I think it's lacquer, I'm pretty sure it is, for Death Lotus. I definitely am working on both of those. Currently I've sort of got back into ports. Other than that, moved down into a bit of a tank gear. I do have an arcane for my next tanking. I do have all the power, sorry, not power boots, tank boots, and also all tank gloves from our automatons. I am moving across over now again. I do only have the quiver one, which is a bit sad. I haven't done all the quests needed to acquire number 2, 3, and 4, so hopefully sometime in the future I'll be able to knock out those quests, get the motivation for that, and pick up the extra prayer bonus along with this quiver. Next, moving on to the Asylum Surgeon ring, which is absolutely awesome. I do love this ring, along with my Vigor. That is one of the main rings I do use in the game. Moving across, Guthix Cape, which I do need to acquire. A couple of other ones, which I probably would say would be the Fight Kiln Capes. They're very good as far as I do know, so that's probably one of the things that I will work on doing, doing about 4 or 5 or whatever those Fight Kilns, just to acquire a bunch of those capes and get placeholders in my bank, as it is one of the things I do really enjoy doing, making sure my bank is neat and tidy. Other than that, I do have only sort of the Avid accumulator, which is level 50, pretty sure 50 range. I do want to sort of finish that Do No Evil quest to acquire the better version of this, which would be absolutely awesome for ranging in general, and also once again getting that comp cape would be a very big help to that as well. Anyway, moving on down here, we do have the amulets I do use, which is Dragon Rider for Slayer. I do use a bit of souls definitely when I am PvMing, doing a bit of a harder bosses, and just in generally I do have the Blood Amulet of Fury. Now with these amulets, I definitely do think that I do need to acquire the Blood Dungeoneering necklaces. So if you do have any sort of tips or anything experiences with those amulets, make sure you do let me know down below. I do think the first one I'll actually go for will be the Far Sight, I'm pretty sure it's called, which is the ranging version, which I do think is very good for a Raxor as far as I know. So make sure guys, if you are sort of a specialist in one of these bosses I'm talking about, especially the ones that I am wanting to sort of get into, make sure you do leave a comment down below. And other than that, you'll definitely be able to help me out and maybe some other people as well. That'd be perfect. And moving across, I do just have all the double dual wield T90 sets, which are my Ascensions, Seismics, and then Drygore Rapiers. So they're very good. Love those weapons, and they are definitely sort of all my main things I do use in the game right now. Now I do know there is 2 tier 90 two-hands that are missing that some people do have, which is the Noxious Staff and Noxious Bow. Definitely 2 items I am sort of wanting to get my hands on in the future, but right now with my cash stack and sort of my aims in the game, I do not really feel the need to acquire those 2 items, as they are fairly expensive. So if you do have any sort of opinions on what's better, either like Ascensions or Nox Bow or Seismics or Staff, make sure you do drop a comment down below about that. I do know that sort of argument with Slayer, with the Staff being slightly better than the Seismics and things like that, so make sure you do weigh in any comments down below. That'd be awesome to hear. Now moving on to one last topic, which is pretty much in regard to PvM and gear and all that sort of thing, which is going to be supplies you actually do need. So some of the things that I do need to acquire still to be sort of at max efficiency for my PvM and all that stuff, not having to go back to skilling, would definitely be making a lot more overloads. I'm going to be hopefully getting about 10 or 20 mil Herblore XP just with overloads. That'd be absolutely awesome. I might potentially wait until the double XP just to make that a bit more efficient for XP gaining wise, but other than that, I do need to acquire a whole bunch more food. I've only got a couple of thousand Rocktails, and I definitely do want to be gaining a whole bunch of those just for the fact that I'd never have to buy them ever again. That'd be very good. I do just need to get pots in general, such as prayer, renews, all that good stuff. So I definitely need to acquire a bit more money just to sort of splurge out and manage to acquire a bunch of those potions and other things that I do need for my PvM setup. Now guys, what I want you to do right now is, this video is coming to an end. I want you to comment down below what your whole setup is, what your favorite style, all that good stuff that I have been talking about in this video. Now guys, I do hope you enjoyed this video. Quick little insight into my PvM and about little things about my bossing and my bossing habits. Hopefully you guys have written a nice long comment for me down below, and I'll make sure I do reply to all of those in the coming days. Anyway guys, hope you did enjoy this video, and until next time, later.